Hi, everybody. Welcome to tonight. Thursday. Oh, it really is tonight. Oh, hooray. Welcome to tonight's show. That was George. He was just arranging my tie. George is the costume designer. Does he design it? I thought... He's also known as John Varvatos, apparently, as well. Anyway, no, George, you know, he wrangles the clothes all together because apparently when you're on TV, you can't put your own clothes on. Actually, in my case, that's true. And George, very kindly, and what happens is sometimes I get linty. You know, bits of lint. I sit down on a fluffy couch somewhere, or perhaps, you know, wrestle with an adorable little puppy. And some hair gets on me. And by adorable little puppy, I mean, you know... No, I don't know. So, no, I get linty, but George has this lovely thing for getting rid of lint. It's like a sticky wand. And what happens is that when I get linty, you know, if I've been wrestling with an adorable puppy, he gets his sticky wand and he rubs me all over. Rubs me all over with the sticky wand. Sometimes he rubs me with the sticky wand and I'm not even linty. You've probably guessed by now that I don't have much in the way of material this evening. Which makes this show exactly the same as every other night. But we'll do the best we can for you. We'll be right back with Sigourney Weaver and Stuever, everybody. Stuever.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ferguson.
Quietly now. All right. That's enough. Please, let it go. I have to say, it sounds a little insincere. And I'll tell you why, because I'm waiting back there just because we're live right before I come out. I was just waiting back there, all excited to come out and everything. I was like, oh, I can't wait to see the ladies and gentlemen of the studio audience. And then I hear the warm-up guy, Chunky, say, "Are you ready to laugh out loud?" I'm like, and it sounded scary to me. I'm like, what? Because if you don't laugh out, there's none of this. None of this. No internal amusement. Everything has to be expressed out loud. But you at home, you can keep it buried deep inside you. Stop that! I'm sorry, they just have to do it out loud here, apparently. I'm gonna get a t-shirt that says that. Studio audiences, do it out loud. Anyway, it's a great day for America, everybody. Yes, it is. It is a great day. But, unfortunately, it is not a great day for the great city of Los Angeles. You can see out of the window there. A new report says today that LA has the worst roads in the country. But I have come up with a plan to fix it. Because there's a lot of Botox around here. And what we'll do is... I don't know if that... Is that how you put Botox in? No. Because I've never come across any Botox before. Oh no, just diet and exercise for me. Anyway, a great day for America, not a great day for North Korea. Did they ever have a great day? Probably not. Anyway, North Korea's lovable dictator, the hilarious Kim Jong-il, has declared that his citizens, and I'm not kidding, the citizens of the nation must follow hairstyle requirements. There goes my vacation. They'll never let me in now. Do we have a picture of Kim Jong-il? There you go. That is one angry lesbian. Look at that. Look at that. Anyway, Kimmy wants the North Koreans to change with the times. From now on, he wants the people to wear their hair like this. Let's have a look at them. There you go. Let me see that again. Is that meant to be, that's meant to be Kate from Johnny Kate? Oh, I get it. That's one angry lesbian with 8 kids right there. Anyway, it's a big anniversary today. Mine? No, but mine's is on Monday. I remembered just in time. No, it's 106 years ago, this very day, the Wright brothers of America, I think it was North Carolina? Mm-hmm. The first airplane flight was, the first airplane fight was about 2 days after they started serving alcohol on airplanes. But the first airplane flight was 100 and something years ago today. 106? 106. So that, and the first flight was just 12 seconds long. It would have been shorter, but they had to change planes in Atlanta. Anyway, that sounded like a late-night TV show joke. You bet it is. You bet it is, helpful sidekick who points out jokes in case the folks at home don't get them. You mean that's why sidekicks were invented? Yes, exactly so. So sidekicks are just an invention to help stupid people enjoy comedy? Yeah. Ah, I see. Anyway, that's why I use one so often. Anyway, the Wright brothers, of course, were Wilbur Wright and Orville Wright. They were bicycle manufacturers, but somehow they got this crazy idea that they could build aircraft. Basically, they were the jackass guys of their day. It's true that the first airplane had to be started by stapling Oliver's scrotum to the control stick. Are you ready to laugh out loud? Anyway, the historians say that the Wright brothers were constantly tinkering with their airplanes. They spent years experimenting with over 30 different models, much like Tiger Woods. Hey, Craig, was that? Whoa, is that a Tiger Woods joke? Yeah, it's a Tiger Woods joke, you see. Good. Now, I've said this, but I've told you this before. I love the aviation. I'm an aviation buff. I am. I do. I like it. There's something magical about looking down at it from above. You know, everything looks great from above. Buildings, freeways, cleavage, everything looks awesome. Actually, cleavage can sometimes look better from below. It's a different thing. What do you mean by that? Never mind, sidekick. But think of this. Think of all the billions of people who ever lived on this planet. We are the lucky few who've actually ever experienced the miracle of flight. There's only just a few of us. The last 106 years. The miracle of flight and the miracle of the tiny bag of nuts. Which you can also experience if you take steroids. What does that mean? Never mind. I think it's amazing we've only been flying over 100 years. They only broke the sound barrier in the 1950s. Chuck Yeager, General Charles Chuck Yeager, was the first to do it. He still lives in California, and he's still humble. Not like those bastards that went to the moon. Well, oh, look, a full moon. However mentioned I've been there. You don't get Chuck Yeager doing that. He never says, did you make a noise? I couldn't hear it because I broke the sound barrier. But I tell you that, you know that movie? You know that... That's not true, of course. But you know that movie about Chuck Yeager, the Right Stuff? Isn't that a great movie, isn't it? That's my favourite scene in that movie. Yeah, that's right. A round of applause for a movie because I've seen it too. So I accept some responsibility for the genius of that film. Anyway, my favourite scene in that movie is like when the big plane crash, he bails out of the plane, it crashes into the desert, there's a big fiery explosion, and the heat's coming out of the desert, and the firemen are going towards the wreckage, and then they see Chuck walking from the wreckage, like that, and the fire all up behind him. And one of the firemen says, "Is that a man?" And the other fireman says, "You bet it is." That's awesome. It's the same thing I said last night in a bar in West Hollywood. We'll be right back, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to the big show, which is tonight, Thursday. It actually is. Yeah, we're the only late night show that looks for kudos for actually being just on the air on the night we say we're on the air. Hey, I know this show's crap, but it's honest crap, all right? Honest crap. Oh, sure, you can get your fancy late night shows, but you know what? You can keep them. And you know why? Because they're better. Well, look, my tie. Where's George now when I need him? Look, my tie separated. That could have been a huge disaster. Now, here's the trick, by the way, if you've got your own late-night talk show, and let's be honest, who doesn't? You get the back of your tie and you slip it quite naturally into a little loop provided by the manufacturer. All right, let's get to the emails. What's that? Well, people said, oh, you'll figure it out. This is from Mark in Oakland in California. Mark says, "Dear Craig, I want to take my girlfriend to a ballet." That's rather nice. Which one will get me laid? I don't know that much about ballet. Depends on how long you've been seeing this girl. If you take her to a ballet, she might think that you're her gay friend. Which is... maybe you are. I don't know which ballet would get you. I guess Swan Lake. Because that's the only one I know. Oh, wait. Well, this is, of course, the Nutcracker. Which I'm sure that's the one you had in mind when you sent the email. Anyway, too late now. I ruined it for you. If only I had a sidekick. I'm right here. This is from Gretchen in Battle Creek in Michigan. Michigan? I say Michigan. Every time I say Michigan, I like to pretend I'm Australian. Michigan? Notice that Australians always sound like they're asking a question. Do I sound like I'm asking a question? I used to be married to Tom Cruise. Anyway, Gretchen in Battle Creek, Michigan, says, Craig, can you name all of Santa's reindeer, and which one is your favorite? That's easy. There's Prancer, Dancer, Zippy, Regis, Corky, and Bill. And my favorite is, of course, Rudolph with the big red shiny nose. We got a few Rudolph fans in tonight. Man, he said some people who don't like Rudolph are here as well. Prancer's my favorite. That Rudolph's ooh la la. He thinks it's better than us with a shiny red nose so bright. Won't you lead my sleigh tonight? Ooh la la, Rudolph. Good times. wives. I know, ladies from East Bay are very upset about that. All right, some ladies in from East Bay. They said they were from Tennessee, and then they admitted they were from East Bay. Anyway, when I cuss, they get very mad. It's almost as if they were expecting some kind of broadcastable show. Anyway, this is from Carissa in Marysville in Ohio. Clarissa says, Dear Craig, my friend Sarah and I are getting an apartment together. Well, that's adorable. Would you be interested in being our third roommate? Yeah, gotta let that one go too. Let's see. All right, this is from Eddie in Romeoville, Illinois. Are you from Romeoville? Really? No way, no, you can't be from Romeoville. That would be too weird. Because that's like, if it was Eddie in Romeoville and then you two, that would be like the population of Romeoville, wouldn't it? Anyway, wasn't that a movie once with Leonardo DiCaprio, Romeoville? It wasn't, but it sounds like it could be true, though, didn't it? Did you see him in Romeoville? Oh, he was awesome. He was so great. That was before Titanic, when nobody else knew about him. I knew about him and I loved him, but nobody else knew about him. And then after Titanic, everyone loved him, but I didn't like him by then. I only like things when other people don't know about them, and then when they know about them, I don't like them. Why is that? Because I'm an internet douche! Where the hell did that come from? All right, Eddie in Romeoville, Illinois says, do you know any legal ways to get high? I'm tired of getting caught, he says. Well, the cops in Romeoville are notoriously tough. Plus, yes, there's many legal ways to get high. How about helping others? How about a nice smile to that fella working in the bank? How about... I don't know. Actually, I really don't know. Yeah, of course there are many legal ways to... This is from Melissa in Saratoga, which is in California. Isn't there a Saratoga in New York? Saratoga Springs. Yeah, that's right. Is that where the Saratoga water's from? Or is that from Saratoga? Well, probably from both places have got water. Many towns in the United States have their own running water these days. Take that, North Korea. Anyway, Melissa says, Dear Craig, I'm studying abroad at the University of Edinburgh. But I'm going back to California soon. Would you like me to bring you back anything from Scotland? No. We're right back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. You are in for a treat. I know this show is usually crap, but in a break with tradition, we're actually going to have something really good now. Don't get uncomfortable. My next guest is a very talented actress. She's in the new film Avatar. You know the one everybody's talking about with the things and the James Cameron and the and the ooh and the ooh. It's in theaters now. Take a look at this. Oh, she's so awesome. Please welcome Sigourney Weaver, everyone. Please sit down.
Thank you, thank you.
Sigourney Weaver, look at you with your all dressed up and you look gorgeous. Look at you, you're fantastic.
I match your couch.
Oh, yes, we got this at a garage sale.
Really?
Yeah.
I got this at a garage sale.
No, you did not, Sigourney Weaver. First of all, may I congratulate you on getting your nominations for the SAG and the Golden Globe as well?
You. Thank you.
Yeah. Do you get blasé about that now? Do you get blasé about the awards and think, oh, screw it, I got a bunch of them?
Oh, no, I certainly don't get blasé. No, I mean, it's actually it's a great honor, and especially coming from SAG, for instance, you know, which is our
Screen Actors Guild
community.
Yes,
it's a great honor to be thought of.
Yeah, well, that means other actors think you're good, and they don't hate you, even although you're successful.
That's right.
Yeah.
It means I fooled them.
Yeah, that's good. Now tell me about the Avatar movie. It's as good as everyone's saying. Everyone's saying this is the most amazing movie with the giant things and the.
Well, you know, I've only seen it 3 times.
Right.
But I do think it's the most awesome movie I've ever seen.
Really? Are you serious?
Absolutely.
Now, what's the deal with the 3D thing?
Well, the 3D, you know,
you wear the glasses?
You wear the glasses, but it's not like these sort of lame 3D movies that kind of go like this, you know, and you're looking...
I do that again. Will you do that again? I didn't have my glasses on.
Okay.
No.
You know, I always end up seeing a 3D movie in a 2D movie theater, so suddenly I see this very lame, long scene where things are sort of flying around, and my husband and I look at each other and we go, oh, it's a 3D movie and we're in the wrong kind of theater.
Right, yeah.
But in
you want to smoke a little more pot before you go in there.
No, we never smoke enough.
All right.
But actually, this movie, the reason it's so, I think, exciting is that the story is so good, like all Jim Cameron movies. The story really sweeps you away to this faraway rainforest planet called Pandora. It has a wonderful, very funny and disarming hero.
Who's that?
Played by Sam Worthington,
oh, right.
An Australian.
Australian?
He's Australian.
Does it almost sound like he's asking a question?
No, you know, he had to do an American accent.
Now, how was that? Because I have a bit of problems with other people who don't sound genuinely American like us.
Yes,
but you know when you hear British actors,
and take some lessons.
Well, you know, it's I think it's sometimes I can hear it. I don't know if native-born Americans hear it, but when I see British actors, I'm like when they're like, "Hey, I feel like a punch here. What's the coming to go?" And I'm like, "Oh, come on."
You know, what's nice is Sam has a little bit of Australian in his American accent, so he still sounds nice and scruffy.
Right. Oh, you like them from down that way. Isn't your husband from Hawaii?
Yeah. Well, yes, that's sort of out there, not
well, that's
so.
almost Australia as far as I'm concerned. Well, you stop there for gas on the way, don't you?
That's true. If you're lucky, you do.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And the which part of Hawaii is he from?
He's from Oahu, which is
I know that
Honolulu.
part.
Yeah.
That's where Waikiki Beach is.
Waikiki, absolutely. And many other natural wonders of Hawaii, which you wouldn't know unless you're married to someone from Honolulu, because Waikiki is not Honolulu. I mean, that's only a small part.
Waikiki, yeah, Oahu's got the North Shore with the big, giant, curly waves that come right down. They could break your back, these waves. They're so huge.
Absolutely.
That's what the guy said to me, because I learned to surf in Waikiki.
Oh, did you? Well, that's nice, gentle
Gentle
surf.
waves, and, you know, the water's nice and dirty, so I felt at home. And then when you go up, it's not that dirty, but it's dirtier than it is at the North Shore. The North Shore is beautiful there.
Yes, it is.
But then there's all the surfers.
Yes, you have to get out of their way.
Do you surf?
No, but I watch. I watch. I'm a very good watcher. I like, you know, my husband is a body surfer. He's like that's a very sort of old-time Hawaiian kind of surfing where you put your arm out and you kind of go right into the wave.
Well, I sometimes do that, but not in the water. I just sometimes do that, you know.
Hello.
When I see a passing car going my way, what do you do with that? Then you body...
He steers himself. He's like a seal, and he
Really?
steers. Yeah. It's.
Does he have whiskers? Can he play with a ball? Yeah. All right, so the Avatar, no, it's James Cameron directed. This is his first movie from Titanic.
Yes, it is. It's been 12 or 13 years, and this was the movie he dreamed of seeing when he was 14.
Right.
So he's been thinking about this world, and there is actually an alien population that lives in this rainforest who are 10 feet tall and blue. and even though they're aliens, they're actually more humane than the rather monstrous humans who live at this base.
Humans are awful in science fiction movies, aren't they? I mean, we're guys, we always turn up and go, let's take this planet and use it all up for our own diabolical needs.
That's the plot right there.
Yeah, is it really?
Yeah, it is. They're mining for something called unobtainium.
Unobtainium?
So they keep trying to obtain this unobtainium, and
what does unobtainium do then? It's a power source, I guess, is it?
I'm going to say something
Oh.
that I will regret, but I think it's a microconductor.
Ah.
That, everything is these
A microconductor?
days. I think so.
It's a very small orchestra leader. This is like...
That's a good one.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Well, that is adorable. Dee, 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 and trumpets. I love the idea of a microconductor. Now, this small conductor,
Yes.
he leads a band of wonderful musicians from the planet.
He does.
And they fight off the bad guys.
Yes, you'll like it. It's
I
a
will like it.
wonderful movie.
I think this is a very talented man.
Yes, and he created all the creatures in it, and a whole new language. Fiscaun Sengari. Well, I can't remember the rest of it, but it means.
Well, 2 words though. That's a great start.
Gosh, I should have studied. I'm sorry.
No,
I didn't think I was
it's
going
fine.
to speak Navi on
Do
the
you
show.
do you speak that language in the movie then?
Yes, in the movie, I lead a double life. I'm the passionate redhead you saw in the clip, talking about plants. I'm a botanist, but also I have a avatar alter ego, which is 10 feet tall and blue, and much happier as a blue person than I am as a redhead person.
I think this is quite confusing. So you're 2 characters in the movie, or this is the same character with different...
Same character who links her mind into her avatar body.
And the avatar is what, with the people on the other planet?
Yes, I have a Navi body.
Oh,
so,
I'd say so. Navi is the word that was springing to mind for me. Oh, well, never mind. Now, are you like this? Are you a committed ecologist in your own life? Are you very passionately green?
Well, I'm trying to be. I actually have been trying to do a lot of work for the oceans. One of the results of burning so much fossil fuel is the acidification of the oceans. When CO2 goes into seawater, it becomes carbonic acid, which actually
We've turned the ocean into a giant salty soda.
Well, exactly,
Yes.
and the little creatures won't be able to make their shells within 30 years.
Do you ever go scuba diving or anything like that?
I haven't done that. I've done a lot of snorkeling.
Right, it's not the same.
Okay.
No, it's not the same.
All right.
No, I've done snorkeling and scuba diving. Get into the scuba diving.
Really?
Oh,
okay.
it's awesome.
Well, I know that part of the sort of world that Jim Cameron has created is inspired directly from all of his underwater discoveries.
Right, yeah.
He's been deeper, I think, in his submersible than almost anyone else. He's gone down with a Russian Mir submersible people and has seen species that no one else has seen.
The giant squids and the huge...
so a lot of the creatures actually are inspired by the sea creatures. Their coloring and the way they move. I mean, it's dazzling. The movie is so dazzling.
I really am
everyone
looking forward to seeing it. No, I will go and see it. This is a major event in American cinema. I'm looking forward to seeing it, and it better be good.
Oh. And I promise. Or we'll have to talk.
Yeah, or we'll talk again, because the whole Navi thing will only get you so far.
I'm sorry about my Navi.
The very lovely Sigourney, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. I know what you're thinking. Craig, what's that arcane-looking BlackBerry you're holding? I'll tell you. It's a book. A book, you say? Let me take you down memory lane. There was a time when Americans had brains, and what they did was they used them and they pointed them all the way down to their little peepee things in the front of their face, and then they would go like this, and they would absorb. And they didn't go... And how many characters on the Tweety board? 140 or less? See if you can get all of your ideas into 140 or less. You don't have any idea. Tweet away, my friends. Tweet away. All right. This is a book, and it's called Tinsel. It's by a gentleman by the name of Hank Stuever, who is the TV critic for the Washington Post. However, I am still going to be nice to him. It's a book about a search for America's Christmas present, and it's a very interesting premise. I want to talk to him about it. It's in stores now. Please welcome Hank Stuever, everybody. Hank Stuever. Welcome, Hank.
Yeah.
Welcome. First off, tell me a little bit, and tell the folks a little bit about the premise of the book, because it is a very interesting idea.
You know, you go into the bookstore this time of year,
right?
And there's that table of really sweet, syrupy Christmas books.
And autobiographies, for example, American on Purpose by Craig Ferguson.
Right. Yeah. You're further up in the store.
Yeah,
you're on the front of the
bargain
table. There's your book and there's my book, and that's it. That's all
the only two books that I can think of.
Yeah. No, there's this table of Christmas books, and you know they're all syrupy and sweet. Mike Huckabee has one out. Glenn Beck has one out. But none of them are journalism.
Right.
Nobody's ever just followed people through the joy and the hell of Christmas.
Yeah, a lot of people have a tough time during the holidays. I think that's the kind of... do we ignore that on television, do you think?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
I mean, everything we know about how to be happy at Christmas, and you're supposed to be happy at Christmas.
It's a big pressure, that,
well, we got that from the Victorians.
Really?
Over from your part of the world.
Yeah, that's... Yeah. Well, not necessarily my part
if you're not
of the
happy
world,
at Christmas...
Perhaps people who colonized my part of the world. But I see where you're going with it.
Like, if you're not happy at Christmas, then something's wrong with you.
Right, that's the idea,
And what about all those times that you sit in the parking lot at Target, and for some reason, you don't know why, it's December 20th, and you're breaking out into a sweat or tears, or you have just, you're anxiety-ridden.
I don't need to be at Christmas for that.
I just wanted to follow people through their real emotions.
So what did you do? You followed three different families?
I moved to this suburb of Dallas called Frisco, Texas.
Right.
And I followed three families through 3 years of Christmas. Whatever they were doing, I did too. All of their shopping. You know, Frisco has 7 million square feet of chain retail in like a 1 square mile area. So it's got all the malls, all the big box stores, big box churches, big box dining, you know. So I just followed people through their lives,
right,
and watched them sort of, you know, rise and fall on the joy and grief of Christmas.
Right. And what did you learn about Christmas then? What conclusions did you draw about a contemporary American Christmas?
Christmas is the great American mind bleep.
Hey, now! What do you mean by that, Mr. Scrooge? Tell me what you're saying.
Right. You see my green fur starting to grow?
No, I wouldn't let you go that far.
Christmas is fraught. I mean, Christmas is supposed to be our happiest time of the year, but we submit ourselves to this $500 billion experience every year. We spend more on one Christmas than we've spent in Afghanistan so far.
Right. But for different things.
But for different things, yeah. Yeah. Although...
Well, I think that's reasonable. I don't think we should be buying the Taliban Christmas presents. They haven't been very nice to us at all.
They're off the list.
Terribly naughty. Yeah, they're getting nothing from me, I tell you that.
I just send them gift cards.
Yeah, no, it's maybe a card. But that's it. A card written on...
Ooh la la!
Taliban written on the card. Yeah. You can't say it, apparently.
Gee, and I didn't even say that Christmas was the great American.
No, don't say it. Anyway, so you think are you against Christmas? Is that what you're saying?
I'm totally for it.
Right.
You know, I thought I would do this book in one Christmas. I thought I would go in there really fast, make a lot of fun, make some jokes, explain the weird economy of Christmas and all of that, and then I'd be out of there.
Right.
I stayed 2 more Christmases because the people in the book really kind of melt my heart, you know?
Right.
And
did your heart grow
complicated.
2 sizes that day?
It did. It did, and I taped antlers to a dog, and I came down the hill.
And all the people small, like little microconductors?
And and I put like $20,000 on my credit card and bought everybody something.
Did you go nuts? Did you go and buy?
Actually, I did shop every day that I was there. I went to the mall every single day. I worked out with the stroller mommies, you know, who are trying to work off the pregnancy fat in the morning. Yeah, like, and the instructor loaned me her stroller and her kid, and we went through all this whole workout.
Really?
And then, you know, I would shut them all down at night at the bar at the Cheesecake Factory.
Well, this is why you hate Christmas, because you stayed in the mall too long.
That's Christmas in America now.
No, I don't know. Is it really? I mean, there's always every year people always complain about Christmas is commercialized and Christmas is this and that. But really, the whole idea of it, though, is actually pretty nice, right? Are you a believer in the virgin birth and all the religious connotations of Christmas?
Oh, sure.
You surprised me, but
Now, so, you know really about Christmas. For thousands of years, we've had it programmed in our minds, in our DNA, I think, that this is the darkest, coldest time of year. It's the time that we're supposed to be together. For millennia, Christmas was Girls Gone Wild. I mean, it was melee in the streets.
Saturnalia, the
Saturnalia,
Romans called
yeah,
it, right?
It was Halloween and Mardi Gras,
and then it's the winter solstice, sort of.
Right,
you
and
know?
people just would get bombed out of their minds and burn down one another's houses and barns, and then the church.
You're making me homesick now, Hank. I mean, God.
And then the church, you know, in the 4th century said, no, you know what? Let's move the birth of Christ to this crazy, you know, street riot that we have every
the Roman
December.
Emperor Constantine took over the Catholic Church, right?
Right.
That's when he didn't take over the Catholic Church, but he converted to Christianity. And then Roman holidays, was it 3rd century or 4th century?
4th century, I think.
Whatever.
Yeah. Whatever.
You know. Then, so all the state holidays of ancient Rome were incorporated into the church calendar. Is that why Christmas is then in December?
Right, right. I mean, you know, right, you've got it exactly right. I mean,
well, what would you suggest to improve Christmas then?
I think we just need to embrace the chaos of Christmas. That, you know, we spend so much time trying to have these small, happy, villagey, snowy evening Christmases, you know, that only exist on jewelry commercials.
Right.
You know? I like things like Black Friday. To me, that's like, you know, when people are trampling one another to get into Best Buy and Walmart. To me, that's like our running of the bulls. It does have, like...
Have you ever run with the bulls?
I've never had.
I've run with the bulls.
So
Black Friday ain't running with the bulls.
Have you run with Black Friday?
I've done Black Friday and I've run with the
What
bulls.
did you do on Black Friday?
I went and got myself some clothing. Which I actually needed after running with the bulls as well.
It's like, you know, I guess our culture is still young. America is such a young country. We don't have, like, you know, sort of authentic, nice, you know, pre-approved moments of culture like that. So we sit there and we watch TV and we're like, who are these crazy people doing Black Friday? I would never do anything like that. But I think people are just trying to connect, and that's what Christmas is about, just trying to reconnect with one another in some way, because we live in these sort of prefab environments that are shopping malls and box stores, and just to rub up against, you know, other people and see other people and be with other people.
You get yourself a restraining order.
Right. Well, that's why I can't. That's why
we're out of time, though, Hank. But listen, it is a fascinating premise, and I'm going to go through this and learn about these 3 families in their 3 years of Christmas.
They're really great. Yeah.
Hank, it's lovely to finally talk to you. Hank Stuever, everybody.
Thanks.
We're right back.
Thank you.
What did we learn on the show tonight, Greg?
We spend the entire budget of the show on that crap. But it's worth it. Look, the zombie attacked the kitten. At first, the kitten went for it with a gun, but the gun didn't work. And then the kitten farted green flame. Where the hell else do you see that on TV? You're welcome, America. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.